But why is it important right now, here and now, right? So there's a few reasons why you need to start thinking about jumping on this concept and jumping on this strategy and thinking about it long term for these reasons. Number one, COVID-19 disrupted traditional buying patterns, right? We have a picture of a snow globe right there where we kind of like turned it up and, it's like all the snow is around and now things are starting to settle, right? Hopefully some places are in post-COVID momentum. Some are still dealing with the Delta variant, but in general, this snow, is still up in the air, and there's a lot of opportunities still to seize.
And the ones that have landed have probably not landed where they were before. They were thrown,
exactly.
Right? They're in a completely different place now.
Yeah, so a lot of customers you thought were active are now churning. A lot of customers that were one-time buyers may be buying multiple times, but it's just so much uncertainty and it's up in the air. So the time to really focus on it and making yourself ready for it, CLV is now. In addition, Amazon consistently is absorbing your customers, right? We just heard the news most recently this week. Amazon is building up department stores now, which they will sell. It's like the Macy's or Nordstrom, Lord & Taylor of pretty much everything. And they're coming to a store near you, a mall near you. They're constantly revolving that flywheel. They're excelling their flywheel. You can see the example right there. You have to compete because your customers, not only because your business needs to, but your customers expect you to compete, right? So Amazon's the big elephant in the room, taking over a lot. Finally, another reason is direct-to-consumer brands and apps are constantly inserting themselves in between you and the customer, right? I can't tell you how many times we've seen brands say, "Oh, I've worked with DoorDash, and I used to have my customers like to order on DoorDash now, or they order on Uber Eats, and I guess they don't have any data for me." Excuse me. So there's this mismatch, right? They used to have a relationship with their customer. Now they're putting in this intermediary. Gone. That relationship is gone, right? I'm sure you've used DoorDash and Uber Eats or wherever you're using in Israel, but it exists.
Yeah, Walt.
Yeah.
Those are ours.
And then paid media, because everyone's jumping to it and everyone kind of like starts running more and more Facebook ads, more Google ads. Paid media is getting pricier and erodes your margins, yes. Right? Wouldn't you say?
It is getting pricier across all the verticals. I don't think anyone expected to get cheaper.
No. No way.
Challenge. It is a challenge, especially, again, for these new businesses starting out and they're trying to figure out what marketing budget makes sense for them. Yeah, you have to take into account that paid media is getting pricier. There's more competition. Yeah, you just got to get better at it.
So you have to get much better at it, much more efficient with your existing dollars. Exactly it. But there's once again a number one reason why CLV is so important, which again, it's all in the actual numbers, right? About what you'll say. The number one reason why CLV is so important is that it costs 600 to 700% more to acquire a customer than keep a customer, right? There you go. That's number one. That's it.
I'm pointing to it.
Point down. That's the number one reason, right? You have a 65% chance of converting existing customers compared to 13% for new customers. So not only will you sell more to your existing ones, but it's cheaper to retain than gain, right? I may coin that term, cheaper to retain than gain.
For the parents out there, imagine having to get a new babysitter every single time you went out and having to train them and do, show them the kitchen and the bathroom lights and which ones need to be left on. And, I had the kid who had a little blankie tag that had to be right on his right cheek when he went to sleep, and I had to explain it perfectly. So when you have a babysitter who's been coming back, you just get to say, "Hey, have a great time," and walk out the door. If you're going around looking for a new babysitter every time, it's going to be a lot more difficult to walk out the door every time if you have to go through all that process all over again. Right?
There you go. It's harder to it's easier to retain than train and gain, right? Yep. You can't train someone and you lose momentum. So that's it, exactly what it is. And just again, existing customers trust more, they convert better and grow faster. So, and how do you keep those customers? It's an email and social strategy, how to orchestrate it, how to work it together, how to make it, maximize it.